I mean, I think that is the overwhelming question you would have. And I think what the fans did at the All-Star game, that matters. I think that matters. I think that sticks with Ohtani. Like this fan base wants to win so bad. This fan base wants you. This fan base knows what it is to have a Japanese icon in this market, right? We did it for a decade plus with Ichiro. We know what that's like, and we want that. And we want that attention and all that comes with it. So I would think that the fans have done all, and I'm not just playing to the fans here, but I think that they have done all they can. And the question then is, and Ohtani and his representatives would say to Mr. Stanton is, do you want to win? Will you do everything at all costs to win? Because that's what I want in my career. I've played around Trout. I've played around other stars. I've played with, even just throwing money at bringing in free agents. It doesn't work. I want to play with someplace that knows how to win, understands how to win, and most importantly is committed to winning.
Well, so if I'm the Mariners, the first thing is you got to be honest. They haven't won. You if that's the question he's got,
they're the only team that have not been to the World Series.
Right. Your answer can't be, we know how to win, because clearly you don't. That is not in the DNA.
Been to the playoffs one time in over 20 years,
right.
And you've never been to the World Series.
Yeah, that is not in your DNA to just go to the playoffs every year. So you've got to, if it's me anyway, find a way to turn your weakness into your strength, right? Because it's a glaring weakness. Yeah, you can say, when talking about this team, I think there's a lot of positives. You can say, look, I understand the problems you had in Anaheim, but you never had a pitching staff like this one. Look at our pitching staff. Look what we can do. Look at what one hitter could do to this lineup, and you're that guy. Oh my gosh, and put you into this position. There is a sales pitch to be made for the team on the field and for how he fits it. But to me, the best way to overcome your biggest weakness is to turn it into your strength. You're right. We've never been to the World Series. You're right. We've never really learned that winning gene here. But if you take this team to the World Series, it will be unlike it will be anywhere else. You want to go to L.A.? You want to bring the Dodgers to the World Series? Cool. They won 3 years ago.
Yep.
You don't think they know what it's like to win a World Series in L.A.? They do. They'll love you. I mean, they love anybody anywhere they win. But you'll be on the list with hundreds of other guys who have won championships in Los Angeles. Oh, you want to go to Atlanta? Yeah, they won a couple of years ago. They've already got their stars. You're never going to top Glavine and Maddox and all those. Like, they've got their stars. You want to go to, name a place. They've already got that experience somewhat recently. On the other hand, you come here, it's not that far from home. From where's been home. You apparently live here in the off season, spend time here at Driveline, etc. So you're pretty familiar with the area. Obviously, there's a kind of close connection to Japan. But most importantly, if and when you win here, it will be unlike anywhere else in the league. And not to say that you're going to be a superstar and all that, because it doesn't sound like he needs all of that stuff. But it will be unlike it would be anywhere else. You've got to find a way to turn your weakness into a strength.
Yeah, you hear that a lot, and I've heard that a lot the last 30 years on the college football road, Sulky, of places that haven't been winners, and you can be the one to help come turn it. Right? You in this recruiting class, and the class that follows you, and you are going to, winning begets winning, the sales that is involved in recruiting. And I'm sure Dabo Sweeney early in his time in Clemson had to convince those, the Taj Boyds and others, like, no, I know we don't win here. I know that it's been a long time, but you can be some of that driving force, some of the difference maker.
But it's also got to be how you'll be treated afterwards. I mean, the nice thing here is you do have a fan base that he's seen. He's seen personally how invested they are in it. And so the idea of what would happen, not just if you turn it, because they've already started to turn it. They were in the playoffs 2 years ago. I mean, he knows that.
90 wins.
He's played against this team over the last few years and knows how many times they've won 88, was it 90, 90, 90, 88?
Yep.
Right? I mean, like he's seen it. So I don't know. I don't know whether it's as tough a sell as it would be for like a Kansas in the college football recruiting world. The other thing I think you have, and again, this would be tough, but this is the sales pitch. Look, I know we have a lousy hitter's park. It's been really hard for us to sign hitting for that reason. We know. but you're the only hitter ever who could come to this park and still benefit from it because you're also a pitcher.
Yep.
You're right. It's not going to be the best hitting park you can go to. And if just this 1 year is all you're about, then you probably need to go somewhere else. But over time, your arm is going to wear down before your bat. And this park will help your arm more than it will help anywhere else you go. So I think you've got to, again, take your two weaknesses, your park and your history, and turn them into part of your strength, part of your pitch.
Don't give me a rushed answer to this. Think about it for a second.
Okay.
And text Toy as well. Do you think it's been a benefit that he has gotten to compete against you up close and personal the last half a dozen years?
Why do you ask?
I'm just
Like, tell me the thinking behind it.
Well, this like reasoning, like unlike Atlanta and unlike the Dodgers, I mean, he lives in LA, so he's gotten a taste of that and everything else. But he knows exactly what you are because he's competed against you the last 5 years. Do you think that's a benefit, or do you think it hurts them in this process? Unlike the first time around, where you did compete and you tried to go all in, and there's been a lot said that the story was already written that he was going to go to the Angels.
I think
he has had the opportunity to compete against you, right? This is again to my whole like transfer portal and recruiting world. Like, hey, I get it. I know. I know you can tell me you want to be, but I know because I've competed. I've been in your stadium. I know your pitching staff. I know all of that. Do you think that is a benefit?
I think that is a benefit, but I think it is negated by what came out at the end of last year. I think it is a positive. Honestly, if I had to guess, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, we're sort of guessing on Shohei. But if I had to guess, I would say it's a positive. He's played against this team. He knows what this pitching staff especially is like, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind not facing them again. But I think whatever benefit there is negated. I think that, again, and I don't know what it is that's going to sell him or not sell him, but the words that came out from Cal Raleigh and from J.P. Crawford, et cetera, while it might be great to play with teammates like that, I think it's going to be real hard to overcome.